Do you watch Last of Us, Bruce?
Of course I do.
Dude,
of course I do.
I'm so happy to see. Forget everybody wants to be pumped that they made a show that's true to a video game.
Okay,
that's almost wishing for too much. It's incredible that they've made something that's true to the video game. They've made a quality product that's based
exactly
on a game.
Right. Yeah,
be happy with
last
that.
episode
first.
did suck donkey.
You didn't care for that, huh?
Wait, nothing happened. Like it was 45 minutes long, and what'd they do? Drive 10 miles and find themselves in a pickle? Like
I loved that episode. I loved
I loved it too. I thought it was great.
So much character.
They just
character building, and then a really cool gunfight where like
Ellie killed someone. Yeah, I mean, like,
she killed someone before. Apparently, I don't know. I just felt like nothing. Fucking dude, they hit a roadblock. Made the dumbest fucking decision absolute conceivable by man, which is a frustration of mine in television shows when I'm 90 times smarter than the character in the show.
Yep.
What did they do? Woody, what was
He's right.
There was a traffic jam full of like blocking cars blocked up the highway. Yeah. And he's like, well, I guess the next best idea is to drive through the city with all the marauders and armies and ambushes with no police.
Yeah, I agree. Woody, I agree. Yeah,
you're right.
And then they get in there. The guy identifies an ambush and says, I have an idea. I better go towards this ambush, right? I'm not going to stop at this ambush. I'm not going to reverse out of it. I'm not going to leave the situation. I'm going to go deeper into the ambush. And then he loses his car, which we just spent the whole previous episode all teary-eyed.
All three of them into getting that car.
Yeah,
like the first three episodes were about acquiring a goddamn battery for a car.
Yeah, that's right. The first three episodes were about acquiring a battery for a car, and then they drove the car for, I don't know, a couple of miles. And
actually,
they made it pretty far, right? To Cincinnati from Boston.
They made I thought they made it. My complaint was I felt they were going too fast. I felt like, whoa, y'all are already out of Boston and like states away. Like how many days have passed?
He said they had to get gas every hour. So I was
but
whoa,
that's not,
this is a 40-hour drive they're embarking on. It's going to take a while.
Because there's nobody on the road.
Also, that's bullshit about what he said about the gas. Like it's not just less effective and less fuel efficient now. It's just it doesn't work anymore, dude. Like it's dead. Really? They call it dead gas. That's what they. I don't know like the chemistry behind it, but when gas becomes dead, when it's just stored in a tank for too long, and it's not a long time. It's not years. It's not a year. I think it's months. It goes dead.
They say it's months, but I've had months old gas that I use. I just burn it out, and it's not quite as good. But you can smell it. It starts to smell funny, and it's definitely a thing.
It burns dirty.
And you're not the only one who's told me that in months it's dead. But like because I have like motors I don't use all the time. Fuck, I'm gonna fire up my lawnmower in the spring, and it's gonna be last year's gas. It'll work fine.
Perhaps a fuel injected modern car, computers and such. You know, I believe a lawnmower will run on just about anything, right? But like it's like those Humvees and those Deuce and a Halves. You know, those things will run on anything from
vegetable oil, hydraulic oil,
lighter fluid, anything flammable. Not kidding. You can pour high test alcohol in there.
I didn't know that.
Run on anything.
Old diesels, like this is from like 12 years ago, not even super long, would run on vegetable oil, hydraulic oil, hydraulic fluid.
Really?
They run on all sorts of shit. Yeah. Since then, they've become much more precision machines because they improve the emissions on them. But now they need the proper fuel or they get all clogged up. But
how many gallons of duck fat per mile?
Gallons of duck fat.
He runs on whale blubber. He's got like a 6-wheeled vehicle.
100 miles to the gallon. The catch is it runs on orphan tears. I've got a whole factory of them.